Gearing up for a big clash between Conor Coffin and Joan Duru. Joan Duru enjoying his first trip to Fiji, and he'll be loving life on the forehand. Conor Coffin, one of the more experienced newcomers when it comes to cloud break.
Out here in this lineup, this is Conor Coffin on his first wave of this clash. Just getting clipped by that white water a number of times and jumping off.
Let's see what Duru can do. Nice big slice, has such good style.
Such good style. You see him trying to work this wave out, figure out whether to stall for the barrel. He finds a little bit of shade. A little bit of the surfboard still poking out of that hole, but there he gets a bit more covered, but goes down.
Mel Redmond-Carr won this event twice. As we see, Joan Duru up once again. This is a good-looking wave. And he is wrestling with that foam ball, trying to find an exit, but he goes down. You can see just a little indecision there from the rookie, just trying to find his place on the takeoff. But he gets into it nicely and banks hard on that first maneuver. Whips it up under the lip. And again, just draws that turn out beautifully. Joan Duru looks to me to be just moments away from a big result at some stage on the schedule. His equipment looks so sharp. You don't see him like catching rails. Keeps that board nice and clean. Just has to start to overcome some of these bigger names. And Conor Coffin up at the moment. Committed slice, as always, with Conor. He doesn't lay that board over unless he means business.
Cuts into the whitewater.
Well, here we go again. That wave spitting. Without Conor in it, though. He's going to find a bit of cover there. Grabs that rail as he drives off the bottom. And up into this foamy section now. So just chipping away. He knows he's not on his way to an excellent number. On the mainland, the surfers use those to find their place in the lineup. Here's Conor's last ride.
Yeah, I think Conor would have loved to have been on that opening section that just spat its guts as he took off on this wave. He still finds a few sections to work with. You mentioned just finding that rhythm. Here we see that wave just open up on that ledge as he looks inside just to get that bit of spit. Watch as he just tries to wipe off that speed and throw himself in that round cavern. Joan Duru, these are those power turns that we were talking about. Watch his head. He just lets it lead his whole body back into that critical section. Good tempo. Again, slices back into the whitewater. So has a good read for someone that hasn't had too much experience out in this lineup.
5.83 for the Frenchman, and he's up again here. This wave standing up nicely on the inside. Just cuts that turn short under the lip to get this barrel section dialed in. Quite a bit of cover and some face to work with here. Grabs that rail and just holds it for an eternity. 26 minutes to go. Joan Duru is going to push further ahead. Let's have a look at it again on the replay.
Just slices into this double up, that water just pulling off the reef, finding time to duck under the hood. Let's just see, these are those double ups that hit the reef deep. Love that slice under too. That just sets him up to find some time in the barrel. Disappears momentarily, goes for that second section. So that's where I feel like he could have stalled and just burnt a little bit more of that speed to get deeper in the barrel.
Like 10 points or 5 points.
Had to happen one day. Tell us about Outerknown, mate. We know you're your company, you're inspired by you, you're the sponsor of this event. Tell us about the principles. And
I don't live near the ocean, unless people love mountains, you know, but to me, just living by the ocean is like this. It's just essential for living, obviously, because I surf, but just...
He obviously wants to put in a really good show and starting to collect the kind of numbers we're used to seeing in that second round heat. Right now, though, Conor Coffin up. Big blast to get this ride started. Again, Hawken in the pocket. What can he find down the line here? goes searching. Has such good placement of all these parts, contributing to a beautiful, easy on the ice style, one of the best on tour. So he's feeling that expectation. His surfing fits this wave. A good effort on this ride.
Yep, that first turn coming from deep, just unloading that carve. Watch the way that he never fully extends his body, gives himself that opportunity to negotiate the sections, but also put all the grunt into the turns. See him trying to find that bit of tube time, but this hit right there mentioned that spring-like approach. Always anticipating what's down the line, holding that speed.
And in the end, a second saw him re-qualify, but here we go. Joan Duru, big pit to get this ride started. This wave splitting in half, but he eyes something down the line. Driving up into this section. Another beautiful drawn-out carve. And a huge critical attempt on the closeout, but he can't ride out. And Conor now gets an opportunity to perhaps seize the lead. Waiting on his last ride to come through still. Just under 16 minutes to go.
Let's get another look at this wave. Late takeoff, arm drag. Finds that exit at the top section of that lip and then still maintains that speed, eyes something down the section, so just has the audacity to hunt this down. That sweep. And then this right here. Just not afraid to lay it all on the line on that inside section. We've seen a lot of sacrifices been made, but look at that double hand stall and then gets high up. He knows, you know, probably spent a lot of time watching these rounds, watching the free surf, spending time in the water, sitting high, finding that exit on that almondy section of the wave. Oh, just spray out the back. And then Conor Coffin just slams that section, reaches down, grabs that rail, has a bit of meringue to work with on this wave, kicks out, wants to obtain the priority. It's almost like time stood still for him. Just watch as he just drops down straight into the grab of the wall, trying to slow down. And this is what you're talking about, Ronnie, having the mental wherewithal to really hunt down the section. That swoop, and had he completed this maneuver, it would have been no, it's so hard. I mean, it's such a bitter pill to swallow.
Well, live action at the moment. No one well, this one is coming to a close, and Conor Coffin is going to be left wanting. A 7.37 the requirement, didn't get that opportunity. And it'll be frustrating for the Californian, but a very important heat win for Joan Duru. Just his second heat win of the year. He's through to the third round. That's got to feel good, even if it wasn't a high-scoring affair.